Welcome to Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Vantage West Credit Union, offering more banking choices, lower fees, and more personalized service. Visit vantagewest.org to learn why Arizona Wildcat fans deserve more.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly with head coach Rich Rodriguez. Cats are home for family weekend. Oregon State coming to town this Saturday for a 1 o'clock kickoff. More on that game coming up. Coach, you had a chance to go back and look at the film of the Stanford game. What were some of the things you saw, good and not so good?
More not so good than good. I thought our guys kept competing. We certainly didn't execute well in all three phases. Defensively, struggled all night for a variety of reasons. The special teams was not a good performance. Offensively, we had a few drives that we did okay, but we knew we were going to have limited possessions, and we just didn't finish drives the way we needed to.
I know it's easy to say we want to get more possessions, and you've talked about that many times before, getting first downs, etc. Is that it, just kind of keeping drives going?
That, and defensively, we haven't created a turnover in a couple weeks, and some of that's luck, and also some of that is creating it defensively and getting more guys around the ball, and we weren't able to do that. They did a good job blocking us. We didn't do a good job getting off blocks. That was obvious, and it was just a poor performance all night. But our guys are conscientious enough to regroup. We told them we got to evaluate everything we're doing, and we would do that anyway. And I think after 24 hours, we had to move on and get ready for a very good Oregon State team.
Johnny Jackson now pretty much owns Stanford, 15 career catches in 2 games, and I say that because he had a good night.
He did, and he competed well. And Johnny's a great story. We went through it before, how he's battled back from different positions, and now he's a fifth-year senior making great contributions. We had some other guys played okay too, and even Gerard Randall, he was a little limited with a hamstring, but I thought he competed well and was pretty sharp. Some of his throws were off, and he couldn't run like he normally can. But again, we just got to play better. And when you play in our league, everybody's got good players, and if they do a good job blocking and tackling, you got to do a good job against them to do our thing. So our guys we'll have a good week of practice, and we'll get ready to come back home.
You're facing another team at Oregon State you haven't seen in a while. They have a new coach in Gary Anderson. How much different is this Oregon State team from the past?
A little bit different, certainly scheme-wise. They're closer to what we do. They're very athletic at quarterback, maybe the fastest quarterback we'll play all year. Got some fast, skilled players, got very good running backs, and defensively they're pretty active. And they're coming off an open week, so with them having 2 weeks to prepare, we're going to obviously study what they do, but also we got to be prepared for just about anything.
Oregon State's second in the league right now in total defense, and you talked about their active defense. What are they doing that's been so effective?
They'll do a whole lot of things up front moving. They won't stay in one front. They'll move from an odd front to even front. They'll move guys, disguise a lot of it, bring a lot of pressure from the edges, and it's some things we've seen before, but this year they'll probably be the most multiple defense we've played all year.
Hoping your team's a little healthier this week?
I don't know. I don't think our linebacker situation's any better, so that's been the biggest bugaboo defensively. Offensively, news kind of day to day, so we'll see where he's at during the week, and it'd be nice to have him back, but either way, we got to get ready to play. All
right, Cats and the Beavers coming up Saturday, 1 o'clock kickoff at Arizona Stadium, and more of Wildcat Weekly right after this.
At Vantage West, we know life moves fast. The morning grind, the power lunch, the dinner rush. We know banking is not about where we are, but where you need us to be. On the go, online, and in person. We know you want more from your bank. Someone you can trust. Someone offering more opportunity, more security, and more personal service. We are Vantage West, and you deserve more.
Welcome back to Wildcat Football Weekly. Online, on the go, or in person, Vantage West offers more banking choices, lower fees, and more personalized service. Visit vantagewest.org to learn why Arizona Wildcat fans deserve more.
Wildcat Weekly continues with wide receiver Nate Phillips. The Wildcats hosting Oregon State coming up on Saturday, and let's talk about the season to date. Nate, obviously a couple tough losses in conference play, but I know Coach is real positive about the positive attitude the team continues to have. Is that something that you guys really lean on in practice each day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming off 2 losses, really, you got to turn, look on the inside, what we can do better as a team, and I think that's what we're going to do this next week.
All right. What are some of the things? What are some of the goals right now?
Well, we got to get first downs on offense, and we got to protect the ball. Versus UCLA, I think we had maybe 4 turnovers in the first half. You can't do that against Pac-12 opponents. And then really in the Stanford game, we struggled to move the ball. You saw glimpses of it, and we had, long sustained drives where we put points on the board, but really you have to do that every time we touch the ball.
Speaking of glimpses, Gerard Randall looked like he really kind of settled down. And I mean, he was thrown into a tough situation against UCLA. This time he had a week to get ready, and it looked like there was some major progress just in terms of his play. What do you see on the field?
Definitely. You know, Gerard's a playmaker, and you saw that, you know, the first game he came out against UTSA and went for 80 yards or whatever it was. But, you know, once he just settles in, you know, you saw that in the game against Stanford. You know, he really got comfortable back there, and, you know, he put together some, you know, long drives and put points on the board.
Do you love the fast pace that this offense can work at?
Definitely. It gives us an advantage. You know, the defense sometimes doesn't know what to do, and we'll get out there and we'll have 3 receivers into the boundary, and they'll have 1 guy standing out there, and we're like, come on, snap the ball, you know, get it to us so we can move. And it just gives us an advantage, and I like going fast.
You played a Stanford team you hadn't seen in a while. Now you're playing an Oregon State team you haven't seen in a while. Does that make any difference in your preparation?
I personally haven't seen them at all. You know, we took them off our schedule. They just rotated off, you know, my freshman year, so I haven't seen them at all. But, you know, Oregon State, they have all new coaches and stuff like that, so anything we look at from the past doesn't really help us. We just have to go off these first 4 games since they come off a bye week. But, you know, it's still a Pac-12 opponent. We got to prepare the same.
Is the league, I don't know how much you get a chance to see the other teams, TV, et cetera, other than the teams you're preparing for, but it's crazy right now. The Pac-12 is off to a crazy start. The home teams are having a trouble winning. Teams that aren't supposed to win are winning, et cetera. I mean, is it as crazy to me as it is, or to you as it is to me?
Kind of, you know, I'm here, it's surreal for me just to play, you know, but you get schools like that who maybe get, you know, lesser recruited guys like a Scooby Wright, and they come in and, you know, do amazing things, and that's the great thing about college football is that you can find players anywhere, and you see that, you know, top to bottom in the Pac-12, you got, you know, Oregon losing tough games and stuff like that, and Utah showing up big, so it's just, you know, the tides are turning, but you never know which way it's going to turn now.
All right. Nate Phillips. Given name James, right?
Yes.
Who was the last time anybody called you James?
Oh, wow. Probably my girlfriend a couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah, she calls me that instead, but other than that, no one.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll get Nathaniel, and that's not even one of my names. So.
Okay. Well, he is Nate Phillips to you, Wildcat receiver. We'll see him on Saturday when the Cats take on the Beavers, and we'll see you again next week on Wildcat Week.
Thanks for watching Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Vantage West Credit Union. Visit vantagewest.org to learn how you can get more personalized service, federally insured by NCUA.